Welcome to my views and news. Breaking news for you. I reported in the previous video that PM Abiy chaired a key meeting this morning when he arrived in Addis Ababa after completion of his tour of three European countries. And the first thing that he did in Addis Ababa was chairing of a high-level meeting. All top ministers, advisors participated. The key decision has been made, which I reported in the previous video, that the next 24 hours key decision could be announced. Now, the decision has been made public. The meeting was definitely about Sunday's protest. Both parties, Orthodox Church led by Abune Matthias and the Splinter group led by Abune Sarios, they have called for demonstrations, parallel demonstrations on Sunday, 12th of February. Now, government has made an announcement. The announcement has been made by Joint Peace and Security Committee of the government. Several forces and agencies are part of this task force, like Ethiopian National Defense Force is part of this committee. NIS, National Intelligence and Security Service, which is Ethiopian Intelligence Agency, it is part of this committee. Thirdly, Federal Police, part of this committee. Fourthly, Addis Ababa Police. So this committee is responsible for peace and security in Addis Ababa, Ethiopian capital. And this is top federal committee to monitor security-related developments in Ethiopia. The committee just a few minutes ago issued a statement. The committee, on behalf of the government, has banned Sunday's protest. No one will be allowed to protest on Sunday. The government says, this committee of the government says that holding of the protests by fathers of the church will endanger the lives of civilians. Fathers of both sides, they have announced demonstrations, so it could lead to risk and danger for the lives of civilians. First ground taken by this committee. Secondly, the committee claims that some outside forces could use this opportunity to create chaos. They could take this opportunity to carry out terrorist attacks to target these gatherings. The committee says that when Ethiopia announced to build development projects, Ethiopian enemies opposed the projects. They said they will not allow these projects to be built. I think here the committee seems to be referring to GERT, dam, that when construction of dam was started, external forces opposed it, Egypt, Sudan. But Ethiopia showed perseverance and it completed the construction. So here I think committee is taking the second ground that external forces could try to destabilize the country during these gatherings by carrying out terrorist attacks targeting religious gatherings. Or the government could be referring to mega projects which have been constructed by PM Abiy's government in Addis Ababa, Ethiopian capital, which are still opposed by some groups in Ethiopia, which claim that Ethiopia should provide food for its people first, education for its people first, before building these mega projects. Thirdly, the committee claims that African Union is going to hold annual summit in Ethiopia next month, I think. And this activity, this demonstration, if it is held, and if something happens, some terrorist activity, it could lead to postponement of African Union's upcoming summit. So basically, this large gatherings could be targets for those forces who want to disrupt the upcoming Africa Union's Heads of State Summit in Ethiopia. So these are three main grounds taken by this committee, by the government, you can say. And the government further said that there are some political parties in Ethiopia, some individuals, some news outlets, some organizations which want to create chaos in the country. That is why it's the responsibility of all fathers, responsibility of all Ethiopians to protect the country against these foreign conspiracies and internal threats. In short, government has banned Sunday's protests. And I think the protest announced by Abunes Sarios is being used as a plea to ban the Sunday's demonstration. Government now says that both sides have announced demonstrations. There could be collision, there could be confrontation. It could endanger the lives of civilians, firstly. Secondly, the government is warning that if anyone tried to organize or if anyone tried to participate in the demonstrations, government will take action against those. It means no one can participate as well. So the warning is not only for organizers but also for participants. No one going to be allowed to hold any gathering on Sunday by Ethiopian government forces. And lastly, government said that it is ready, it is working to protect fathers, to ensure the security of fathers and church officials, which has been a demand of Orthodox Church led by Abune Matthias, that their priests, their church workers are being harassed, killed, imprisoned, and government is silent. Government is supporting the allegedly illegal group based in the Oromia region of Ethiopia. Now, it's very clear that government has taken a position. It is not going to allow any demonstration. By the way, today there was a massive gathering in Liddeta, which is in Addis Ababa. Thousands participated. You can see a picture on your screen. At Nineveh fasting gatherings, we saw massive gatherings in Amhara region and in Addis Ababa today as well. So government has realized that if it allows the protests to happen, it could endanger the government as well. These tens of thousands of protesters, participants could storm presidential palace. They could storm Oromia president's office. They could lay siege to embassies. So a lot could happen. That is why government has now banned Sunday's protest. Question is, what is next? The two sides, Abune Serios and Abune Matthias-led factions, now they'll respond to this government's move. Will they accept this move? Will they respect the decision of the government and postpone Sunday's demonstration? Will they defy the government? Or will they say that they will continue the call and that they'll hold protest on Sunday? So we're waiting for a statement from the two sides. It would be interesting to see the course taken by the two sides. I think Abune Sarios-led side will respect the decision because their announcement of protest was basically to counter the protest announced by Orthodox Church led by Abune Matthias. So the main position which will determine the course of this conflict is going to be the position of Orthodox Church led by Abune Matthias, which is mobilizing its followers. We have seen at Nineveh gatherings that church is mobilizing all its followers, artists, singers, common Orthodox followers, government employees, members of forces, church, priests, workers, all are being mobilized for massive demonstration on Sunday. Before that, government has now banned the protest. A church statement is awaited. Let's not speculate what church will do, though I have some information, but I am waiting for official position of Orthodox Church to share it with you. So, PM Abiy's government is not going to allow any demonstration. At the same time, no breakthrough in talks so far. We don't know about any breakthrough regarding a political, a diplomatic solution to this conflict so far. Thank you for watching.